Okay, so hello everyone. For this video, I'm going to discuss these two um, note-taking applications, and uh, I'm going to provide some features and a brief discussion on each of them. This also, importantly, the pricing. So, uh, without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the capacity. So, there are things that are really when it comes to note taking. You wanted to make it more organized. So capacities is actually here for you. So capacities doesn't. However, there. I actually ask some experts if there are, and I actually searched it myself if capacities has mobile application, but it doesn't have already. However, I think there's a upcoming or the alpha version which is available in the Play Store soon, or in this application itself. So let's get ahead on discussing the capacity. So capacities is actually a new note taking applications that has gained a lot of traction in recent months. So it is actually a object-based note-taking application, which means everything in capacities is an object. So whether it is a book or a film or even an idea. So this makes it more flexible and powerful tool for organizing your thoughts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discuss some beauty features of the um, these capacities. Okay, so let's go ahead and go with our first features. For the first features, it is actually a object-based note-taking. So this is actually the core features of of capacities. So what makes it more unique from other note-taking apps? It's that these objects allows you to create a new network interconnected nodes, which can be also very helpful for understanding complex topics. Okay, so when you say object based note taking, it is actually a fundamental concept of incapacities that allows you to organize your notes in a more structured and meaningful way. Um, so instead of actually relying on traditional folders or your files on on your computer or laptop, um, capacities actually uses objects to represent different entities in your knowledge. For example, you create an object for a book, a person, or an idea. So each object has its own set of properties that you can use to store additional information, such as author of the book, or title of the project, or the key takeaways from a meeting. So what's important in the object base is that it makes it more easier to find notes because you can search by object type, such as object type, properties, or relationships between objects. So it also actually helps you to see connections between your nodes, because objects can be linked, can be linked to each other in a network, and much more easier to reuse information because you can create templates for different types of objects. That is actually a very recommending to do, especially uh, some people are, or maybe one of you are actually not into a creativity. Okay, so uh, the next features is we have is the bi-directional linking. So it is actually another powerful feature for capacities that allows you to create a web of interconnected nodes. So when you link, for example, when you link two objects together, the link is actually visible in both objects. So this means you can easily see how all of your notes are related to each other and how information flows between them. So that is actually very helpful when it comes to some people are what they wanted to make it more organized, or such as me. I would like to example myself. I'm actually more of this guy that if there is a lot of ideas that I want to input, those ideas are not going to apply because the overflowing of ideas and no connection or no organization. So in the end, the idea of mine is still not enough or not sufficient to for my project. So bidirectional linking can be used to track the connection between different ideas or even concepts. Bidirection it can also create a visual representation of your knowledge base and easily navigate related nodes. So yeah. So the next feature in the capacities is actually a markdown support. So markdown is a lightweight markup language that is easy to learn and use. It is a popular choice for note taking because it gives you to it allows you to format your notes with headings or bullet points, code blocks, and other elements. Capacities supports Markdown, so you can use it to create rich and well formatted notes. So yeah, no. The purpose of Markdown support is maybe not a purpose, but rather a benefit. It's actually more easy to read and write. No, it is also a platform independent, so your notes will look at the same on all devices, and it is powerful tool for creating structured and organized notes. The next thing of the capacities is the great search of functionalities. So Capacities has a powerful search function that allows you to quickly find any node that you are looking. You can search keywords by you search using keywords such as object type, properties, or even date. The search function is also context aware, so meaning it will prioritize results that are related to the current node or graph that you are viewing. So the powerful search functions makes it easy for you to find specific information quickly, discover new connections between nodes, and keep track of even your knowledge base. And lastly, we have lastly for the last features of the capacities is the clean UI, or a very neat UI. So capacity is actually more normally on a minimalist UI that's easy to use. So the application is designed to be distraction free. So you can focus on your notes, and the UI is also responsive. So it also looks good. So that so that it will look good on your other devices. So uh, uh, clean UI, of course, which will also helps you to makes it for you to easy to find what you're looking for in your notes. Helps you to focus on your work and make it more enjoyable while using this application. So yeah, and that is all for this feature. And let's go ahead and go to the pricing of the capacities. Okay. So in the capacities, we have this is actually billed yearly. We also have billed monthly. So I think I'm gonna go with build yearly, right? Okay. So in build yearly, it has a it has negative 16%. So a capacities free plan, or which is a very free, you will have unlimited spaces, objects, and blocks, synchronizations across all devices, a limited custom content types, so full support for import, export, and backups, limited media storage, intelligent global content search, save content from WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, or emails, and search content to the web. So, however, if you are interested in the capacities of free, you can go ahead and go to capacities.io. and go to the pricing and see the other plans for the free plan. So which is here, and you will see a lot of things here, and maybe you have some questions when it comes to capacities or what are the other offers in capacity. So there are I think some short video here or short animations on the what are the capacity offers to you. So yeah. So let's go back and go to the Capacities Pro. However, the Capacities Pro, oh, it's actually coming soon, which is not available right now. However, there are everything in free, everything in here or everything that you'll see in the Capacities free. Plus, you will have an AI assistant, task management, intelligent media analysis, and much more planned. So we can go ahead and see what are the what are the uh, future or the future launched or the features that are in the Pro. So it doesn't have any um, price yet, but however, you will see a plans here. We have task management, smart queries, task actions, and AI assistance and mobile app. You will have mobile app early access. So I think that's the what I'm trying to talk about earlier. We will have a mobile app applications early access once you maybe once this uh, Pro or Capacities Pro is now available. So yeah. And lastly, we have the Capacities Believer, which is $10 per month. So everything here in the Capacities Pro and also in the Capacities Free, you will have AI assistance, task actions, early access to the mobile app. It is also available in iOS and Android. Block-based linking, custom object layouts and colors, created icon set, and beta access to new features. So, and that is all for the capacities. And if you are curious more, and if you want to join in the capacities or become a believer, you can just go ahead and go to capacities.io. You can go ahead in here in the search in the pricing icon or in the pricing link, and then you will just click register. So yeah, and if you have more any questions regarding on the capacities, let's just go ahead in your browser and go type capacities.io. And let's go ahead and go to Obsidian, which is our next fighter for this video. So there are things here. So in the Obsidians, you can see it is also a mobile app available in mobile app or a mobile app. What do you call? I don't. I forget that term. Yeah, I think I'll just say available app or available in the mobile app. So you will have a lot of things here. You can see sync securely, publish instance, and more. So let's go ahead just focus on the main features of the Obsidian. So before we talk about the features of Obsidian, we'll go ahead and see or have a brief discussion on the Obsidian. Obsidian is actually a popular note-taking app. Also, it is actually known for its flexibility and power. I'm sorry that. It is actually a local first app, which means that your notes are stored in your device and not in the cloud. So this gives you complete control over your data and privacy. So Obsidian also is an open source, which means that code is freely available for anyone to inspect and modify. So this has led a thriving community of developers who have created a wide range of plugins and themes. So we will go and discuss plugins and themes later on. But first, we're going to go with our first feature, which is the backlinks or the link or our backlinks and the wiki link. So Obsidian uses backlinks to show you how your notes are connected. So backlinks are created when you mention one note in another note. Okay, so this means this can help you to see how your ideas are related and to discover new connections between your notes. Next one is here is we have the weak links, which is to create links between your nodes. So weak links are like backlinks, but they are created by typing the name of the node in a double square brackets. That is quick and easy way to create links between the nodes. Yeah. So and that's it, no? And I think that is very informative for you to create connection between your nodes. You can go link anything and everything, such as ideas, people, places, books, and more. So you can invent your own personal Wikipedia, right? So let's go ahead, and for the second feature, we have the graph. So which is here in the and then the right, which is a very I think that's philosophy books or cards. Yeah, no, that is actually a very. I think I think there are more complexities when it comes to books, right? So yeah, there are a lot of things here. You can actually, yeah, you can modify this one, and yeah, you can play with it. But however, I think I think that is actually a feature, no, or feature for the Obsidian that you can actually create and to organize your notes or organize everything, your idea, using graphs. So Obsidian can actually generate graphs of your notes to help you visualize how they are connected. No? Graphs can be a helpful way to see the overall structure of your knowledge base and to identify areas where you may need to add more connections. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's an interesting feature that here in Obsidian. So the next thing here is the plugins. So plugins is a a very helpful tool, have very helpful features, especially to more flexible, maybe workers or yeah, workers, and also more. This is a very helpful for those people who are like to organize. Uh, Obsidian has a thriving community of developers who have created a wide range of plugins for these applications. So these plugins can add new functionalities to Obsidian, such as ability to take screenshots, create flashcards, or convert your notes to PDF. So plugins is very helpful for you, and Obsidian has has become a very hardworking when it comes to creating plugins because plugins can actually gives you more on for example, for example, when you download and buy Obsidian, and sometimes and there are features here that, or maybe you or want a feature that it doesn't have in the Obsidian default application, you can actually just search in or go ahead and go to plugins, and you will see those additional plugins that you can actually use for your notes, right? So which is basically very helpful. I also use these plugins when I'm coding, such as I'm actually using a Visual Studio Code, and I use plugins to make it more suitable for the applications that I want to make. For example, I wanted to make a mobile application, so I plugins, so I search plugins, install plugins such as Flutter, Awesomes, and more. If you are in Java, you can actually, if I'm actually in Java, I actually add plugins that is related in Java, which is now very helpful for you when it comes to using plugins. So yes, so the next theme is you have is the next feature. Sorry, the next feature is the theme. So Obsidian has a wide range of when you say themes. Okay, so when you say you can actually customize the application. So you can actually change colors, fonts, and spacing of the application. So the last of our last feature for this Obsidian is actually the Markdown support. Markdown support is a lightweight markup language that is easy to learn and use. So Markdown allows you to format your notes with headings, bullet points, code blocks, and other elements for your notes. And yeah, and those are the Obsidian features. and brief discussion. So let's go ahead and go to the pricing, which is if you are interested on downloading the Obsidian. So we have a free plan, which is the all applications. You don't have to sign up account. You will have themes, plugins, and API, and lastly, a community support. So that is very free, and you can download Obsidians right here in the Obsidian.mb and pricing. So I think that's good. Go ahead and zoom that for you. I think maybe that's not enough. Yeah. So I think that's clear. Okay, let's go ahead and use this one. And for the next plan is we have the commercial use, which is commercial use, which is $50 per year. You will have commercial use license, 14-day free trial, and a priority support. Okay, so we're not done in the Obsidian. Of course, we have the add-ons. So you can upgrade your Obsidian experience and support independent development. So you can have Obsidian Sync, which is $8 per month. It's just actually built annually. So in the Obsidian Sync, you will have 50 gigabytes data across 10 volts if you sign up before January 1, 2024. So if you are interested in Obsidian, you can actually now avail early before next year in the Obsidian Sync. So because you will have a 50 gigabyte storage of data across 10 volts. Yeah, and you will have sync nodes across devices, end-to-end encryptions, version history, and of course the priority support. Okay, so the next plan here is the Obsidian Publish, which is also a $8 per month, which however built annually. So you can publish nodes to the web, no technical knowledge required, and graph view outline. And lastly, you will have, of course, the email support, priority email support rather. So lastly, we have here is the early access, which is called the Catalyst plan. So you will this plan actually costs $25 plus per I'm sorry, not per month, but rather this is a one-time payment. Okay, so if you buy Catalyst plan, you will have support development, early access to beta versions, the special community badges, and lastly, you will have an access to a VIP channel. And yeah, right. So I think that's all for this pricing for the Obsidian and for the brief discussion and features of the Obsidian. So I think you are waiting for the answer of my opinion on which one is actually the best. For me, I actually didn't is as a person that did actually that did not have any experience on downloading any application, note taking app, but rather I'm also interested. I think for me is the Obsidian because I am actually more on the plugins because when I use plugins, that's more compatible for me, and there are a lot of features that you can actually use. Of course, Obsidian is still ongoing to develop a lot of more features that is for you to plug in your applications, which is also a very ideal and very ideal for all. In the capacities, of course, capacities is still a very interesting note-taking applications. Yeah, you have the clean AI, you have the objects to make it more organized and more. But still, for me, I think it's the Obsidian. So especially, I am a new learner when it comes to Obsidian, and also I am also trying to manage a project. So I think plugins of the Obsidian is much more on my side. So I think that is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. So thank you and good day.